Man, what's good with the people, man? You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner. Who? You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this social shame Saturday? You say social shame Saturday? What you talking about, bro? We gonna get into it. But before we do that, what's good people like hee hee, ha ha, man. Ken in the pen, man. All my folks incarcerated, all my folks who ain't, man. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing, man. Keep their head up. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. Did I say Ken in the pen, man? I don't know, but if I didn't, go get that stick up in stores now, man. You go get you some more 76 MacArthur Giants liquors, what I'm talking about. 82nd Hillside Barbershop. They say somebody put them in their stores in the hundreds. Thank you, young man. Now, you know, because I tell you every morning, but just in case you don't like me or you don't like nothing about my channel or you just don't like nothing about me, that's all right. Because you can still come get them from me. Bruh's not a hater. You know what I'm talking about? You can still come get you know what I'm talking about? Sprinkler system on you. What you say, bro? Sprinkler system on you. You know what I'm talking about, man? And if all else fails, man, also in stores, Funkadine trying, man. Make sure you go get you one. But if all else fails, if all else fails, man, make sure you go to Amazon, get you a hardback. You know what I'm talking about? What's that swing that finger, young man? Worldwide INC. What you say, bro? Worldwide Incorporated. What you say, bro? Worldwide. They gonna say what that means. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? It means everybody. You say, what, bro? I'm like, hey, you know what I'm talking about? Everybody included, bro. You know what I'm talking about? And Dugu, Mike, Lil Rue, not Lil Rube, Lil Rue. You know what I'm talking about? Cutthroat, Tata the player. That's who comes next. Same thing, bro. Everybody on the bottom of that thing. Everybody on top of that thing. Keep that head up. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Now let's get through. Them disclaimers. But before we do that, my mama said, brush them whiskers when you on TV. You know what I'm talking about? And make sure it's about that coffee, about them coffee chronicles. You know what I'm talking about? Classic roast, piping hot. Classic roast, not that piping hot, but you get the idea. You know what I'm talking about? Now, good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug users. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug sellers. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, I don't promote no alcohol consumption. No. You know what I'm talking about? Don't take a sip of the sippers. Good brother like myself, man, I'm not a good brother like myself, man. I don't promote no crime. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, man. I don't promote no violence. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, man. I don't promote no domestic violence. You know what I'm talking about? No. Keep your hands off the people. People, you know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no negativity. No. Me, man, I don't promote shit. They was talking to me, man, I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about? Me, man, all I promote is y'all go ahead and do what you're going to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Because we just don't know how much of it we got. Did I say, man, I'm not prejudiced? I don't have nothing against the sexually different, man. I ain't got nothing against the little people. No, you know what I'm talking about. Good be like myself, man. You know what I'm talking about. No, man. I'm a quest. He know what I'm talking about. Bring that peace. He know what I'm talking about. That joy. He know what I'm talking about. That love. What'd you say, bro? That love. Back to the YouTube community, man. You with me? Come on over here, man. Hey, check it out. Come fuck with a nigga one time. Man, y'all hold on. I'm finna put some warmth on this coffee. Good with the people, man. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles, classic roast, piping hot. You know what I'm talking about? Piping hot. Shout out to everybody who ain't gonna take that cake. I've never seen that before, officer. I ain't bullshit, man. You want to know the most irritatingest thing in the world, nigga? Is when a motherfucker don't take their case or a motherfucker don't take their case. You be like, man, you know what I'm talking about? Cause you got some motherfuckers who, man, take this case. You know what I'm talking about? They finna let you out. You ain't finna be on no probation, no parole. Man, just take the case. You gonna be able to bail out some more shit. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, man, the worst thing in the world is when you done came to an agreement for a motherfucker to take a case. And they, once the police get there, man, please. Cause don't nobody wanna go to jail, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Don't nobody wanna go to jail, man. You know how many times a motherfucker done lied to me? But anyway, what I say it was, Social Shame Saturday, man. You say what you talk about this boy, that nephew says old man, old lady. Nephew says old man, old lady. You know what I'm talking about? Oh man, nothing. I was just thinking about that shit. I told you I seen a real live, I guess dispute yesterday. You know what I'm talking about? And when the motherfucker who was getting help yelled out, they used the shame tactic on the motherfucker who was helping them. You know what I'm talking about? And what was crazy about that shit, and is because a motherfucker, it's like now as people, folks, we don't realize when a motherfucker is doing us a solid. You know what I'm talking about? We live in a world where we so motherfucking ungrateful and delusional, nigga, just ungrateful, bro. We don't see when other people really doing us a solid. You get what I'm saying? So in our, like, because in our mind we think like everything that a motherfucker do, like they supposed to do. Like another motherfucker is supposed to do something for you. You get what I'm saying? So we developed that mindset, bro, and we walk around this motherfucker like somebody owe us something. You get what I'm saying? So when the motherfuckers was saying, when they was arguing or whatnot, and the motherfucker, because basically, like I said, man, the motherfucker was helping you, and you didn't want to change. You know what I'm talking about? You just wanted to sit up and be the same old you. Say, okay, say you don't, say you somebody finna let you move in with them or something, bro, right? Okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. One of the worst things you can ever do, and it's fucked up because sometimes it works. The worst thing you could do, bro, is move with a motherfucker and you ain't got nothing going. Like you ain't got no job, you ain't got no hustle or something. That's the worst thing you could do because you gonna wear out your welcome hella quick, folks. I ain't bullshitting. Or if you don't fuck around and hurry up and find something or something, just living with somebody, nigga, you gonna wear your welcome out hella quick because you just gonna be there, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? You gonna be there eating up shit. Like you gonna irritate somebody not doing nothing. You get what I'm saying? So somebody tell you to they let you move in or whatever, they trying to help you, tell you don't even that's why I love my family, folks. I ain't bullshitting with you. My whole family, man, I love them motherfuckers to death. They don't even know it. Oh, they know it. I was like, no, they could call Junior. You know, though. You call Junior Covey. Yeah, bro gonna come. I keep telling y'all I want to go kick it with my cousin one time. And when I knocked on that lady door with some other motherfuckers in her house, you know what I'm talking about? There was some other motherfuckers in their house, and that shit just did not sit right with me. And the lady tried to tell me that my cousin that moved out her motherfucking house. Man, I looked at that bitch. I said, look, that don't make no sense to me. I'm finna go find my cousin. And depending on what she tell me, I suggest y'all not be here when I get back. Man, I went and got my cousin. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, man, grab all your shit. And ma right back down there. You know what I'm talking about? That's how we handled that. It's just like I told that bitch, that don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm finna go find my cousin. And depending on what she tell me, if I was y'all, I wouldn't be here when I get back. I say, baby, cuz, why you sending the threat? I don't know, I was young. And people that pissed me off. You know what I'm talking about? You know what pisses bro off more than anything? When you sit here and try to tell me something that don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know you full of shit. You get what I'm saying? But you like, because this is what happens in life too, man. Social shame Saturday. Motherfuckers be so full of shit that like they just used to being full of shit, folks. So like they think the shit that they've been running on everybody else that is gonna work on you too. You know what I'm talking about? And this is what I learned about people, nigga, since I've been little. I told you, bro, I was always a motherfucker getting whoopings and shit for asking that question that a motherfucker can't answer. But the moment you don't believe the bullshit, you gonna become the outcast. I ain't bullshitting with you. Social shame Saturday, bro. The moment that they can't pull the wool over your eyes, you gonna become the outcast, just like they do now. You know what I'm talking about? Look how they destroy every black man, bro. Look how they go about destroying every black man. You know what they gonna do? They gonna come put the harshest. They gonna come put the harshest speculation around the black man. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, they gonna put it around the white man, but it only hit around the black man. You know what I'm talking about? The white people still get they still looked at as prestigious and shit. You know what I'm talking about? But look how they try to kill every black man, bruh. They gonna put something. They gonna put something about you. Beat a bitch, or they gonna put some funny sexual shit up there, folks. I ain't bullshitting you. Ever since I was, you know why? Because they want to ruin, like, they want to put the harshest shit up there to connect you with, bruh, to ruin everybody else's perception of your, of whoever, of your being. You know what I'm talking about? So they always want to make you look weird or something. You know what I mean? They always want to put the most heinous shit on you. You get what I'm saying? As a black man. To make you look like all that shit. Look how they did Bill Cosby, bruh. To this day, that shit don't make no sense. Do it. That shit makes absolutely no sense to this day. Do it. A motherfucker from fucking 60 years ago talking about that shit didn't even make no sense. Because everybody in the world heard the same thing as me, bruh. You hoes was around Bill Cosby because Bill Cosby had that good shit. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all was running around that motherfucker because you hoes wanted to pop pills and fuck. You know what I'm talking about? You can go party at Bill's house, you know what I'm talking about? Now, 60 years later, y'all want to act like Bill Cosby is would fuck you up. Like he done gave you some pills. Why did you even go over there looking for the pills? Coffee Chronicle. That's why you just got to watch out, bro, out here. You know what I'm talking about? Social shame. Because they'll come back up with the social shame. You know what I'm talking about? Just like they done did some of the people in the black community, the Bill Cosbys of the world, the Puffs of the world, the R. Kellys of the world, the you know what I mean? You know how they do it. Now I don't condone none of that shit, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just not in a hurry to crucify my own. You know what I'm talking about? And the hardest thing for me, this is the hardest thing for me. I ain't bullshitting with you. Is when something happened and then you come back 50 years and try to make it seem like it's more important 50 years later than it was at the time it happened. That shit is just something that don't sit right with me about that shit. I ain't bullshitting with you. Like you ain't mad when it happened. Just and that shit always happens when another motherfucker is on their nickels. You get what I'm saying? When they finna do something. Or when the people just want to ruin them people's image. You know what I'm talking about? Then we come up with all the speculation. Social shame Saturday, bruh. This shit go all around the board. This used a bunch of million ways. But on this motherfucking social shame Saturday, folks, I was just thinking about that shit yesterday. That shit stuck in my head because I don't believe the audacity of motherfuckers, folks. I just don't. Because as people, we done got real bold. We done got real bold about being nothing. We done got real bold about being nothing and acting like that shit is something. You get what I'm saying? But we done got real bold with telling people what they should do or just that guilt trip shit. And that led in because I was just, when I just woke up, I'm going to do another boxing talk today too, y'all. Because it's something we got to cover. You know, I'm talking about this fight coming up. You know what I'm talking about? We got to do boxing talk because I think y'all got baby cuz fucked up. You know what I'm talking about? See, I'm not the nigga who watches, now I watch a gang of, because I like to hear different people's opinion. There's some niggas I don't even like they channel, bro, you know what I'm talking about? But they still got a pretty good opinion. There's a few niggas like that, you know what I'm talking about? See, a lot of y'all, most of y'all got some good opinions, but, like a lot of y'all actually know y'all shit, you know what I'm talking about? You still got a mark ass channel, but, like, you be knowing your shit, folks. You know what I'm talking about? You can't take your boxing, like they say in the ring, they can't take your boxing IQ away from you. It ain't that. But where it gets fucked up at is where when we get to talking about our favorite people, then we just throw caution out the wind. We turn our favorite boxer into one of the X-Men. You know what I'm talking about? That nigga has unlimited power now. You know what I'm talking about? This nigga got Wolverine recovery time. You know what I'm talking about? He could flame on like the nigga from the Fantastic Four. He finna burn nigga up. Man, we be out of pocket with that shit. But yeah, man. But I'm not one to, bro. I got my own boxing motherfucking knowledge, bro. That's one of my favorite sports, bro. I've been watching boxing since I've been little, bro. You get what I'm saying? I remember when the fights used to come on TV, bro. You get what I'm saying, nigga? You'll fuck around and watch, nigga, you been to watch, Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard on ABC, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? I remember when you didn't have to pay-per-view and shit, bro. You know what I'm talking about? You could listen to the fight on the radio. You feel me? See, I've been watching boxing ever since you used to have to go to the motherfucking, you used to have to go to the cable company, nigga, and get that little thing that looked like a silencer and screw that on the back of your box. You know what I'm talking about? You just couldn't turn on your TV and hit buy. You know what I'm talking about? You actually had to go down there with your motherfucking cable bill, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? You had to go down there with your motherfucking cable bill, nigga, to get that piece, nigga. I told you, I mean, I was dead broke, man. I just talked to Calvin too. That was a lot of nigga Holyfield Tyson. Me and Calvin was the only ones going for Holyfield. I never was a Tyson fan. I remember I used to get flack for that. I never was a Tyson fan. I was always like, I ain't never liked the 49ers when they had Joe Montana in them. I ain't never liked the Rams, you know what I'm talking about? I never liked I was always the underdog type of nigga, you know what I'm talking about? So like, it wasn't that I was the underdog, because Mike Tyson was hella good, the 49ers was hella good, the Rams was hella good, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to take what they actually did away from them. The part I used to get, they used to get me is when the rest of the world has always been the fans. The rest of the world just act like these people can't be beat, or that shit just gets to me, bro. The people could be beat, they good, but come on, bro, they not invincible. That shit gets to me. I ain't fucking with her this morning. She'll sit there and howl. I ain't fucking with Penny. But yeah, man, social shame. And it's fucked up that we as grown people has taken that approach for the social shame. Because man, that shit goes around the board, bro. Because it kills me now that you more worried about the social shame than you is about the shit that you actually doing. You're not really tripping off the shit you do. You're not tripping off your conduct. It's only if people get wind of it. You know what I'm talking about? And you don't want to be socially shamed. You know what I'm talking about? That's the only time it means something. So that's kind of that's weird. But like just yesterday, bruh, as a grown person, I felt bad, bruh. It felt like I was in the same situation. You know what I'm talking about? I've been in that same situation before, folks. You know how bruh is. Bruh gonna give you courtesy. So I just got in my car and gone on away from there. I got an earful of the little shit I got, but I don't be trying to be in your business, just spectating and shit, bro. I be trying to lead you to your business. I'm one of them niggas, bro. Like when the niggas call from Penn, they be like, hey, bro, call my bitch or something. I'm the nigga that connect you with your bitch, bro, and spin off. You know what I'm talking about? I don't sit there and listen to what you and your bitch talking about, bro. I spin off. I go put the phone down somewhere, bro. A lot of times niggas have to hang up and call me back. Cause after they didn't hung up with the bitch or whatever, they be like, baby cuz, baby cuz, baby cuz. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't even said nothing. I didn't want to do something else, bro, cause I left you to your moment. I don't need to know what's going on with you and your people. I don't, bro. That shit ain't none of my business. I ain't the one looking to find out what's going on in your life. You know what I'm talking about? So I can sit around and talk about it. That's the hot. Nah, bro. That ain't me. Social shame. Y'all hold on. I'm finna put some more warmth on this coffee and see what this damn dog hollering about. Hold on. Yeah, man, I told you I'm gonna do a boxing talk today, man. You know what I'm talking about? Social motherfucking shame. Man, look, I told y'all, man, my motherfucking dog, that nigga takes me on one, right? I got a hole in this the never ending hole, right? My dog has learned how to use her hands real good. So she know how to, you know what I'm talking about? That motherfucker lightweight strong. You know what I'm talking about? So she just finds her way no matter what I done try to put up there. I done nail shit up there. She finds her way over there, man. That motherfucker done found a way to get to the neighbor's yard, then go through a hole and they fence somewhere and be way over here on the other thing. That motherfucker done ran up. One time she ran away, was gone for like 3 days. The people bought her back. Last 2 days she been running around. I had to jump up here about 5, 4 in the morning, run around here to these dogs right here. I really think that lady around there, because every time my dog somehow run away. There's a lady right there just watching my dog, man. You know what I'm talking about? One time I had to go get my dog from the lady. You know what I'm talking about? To my pretty dogs. You know what I'm talking about? So in the process of that, she dropped her motherfucking collar in the neighbor's yard. I got some player neighbors, folks. I ain't bullshitting with you. I got some player neighbors. But I just went out there. Because I was just going to have to chalk it up. Because she lost they shit in their backyard. And I had already ran it by them, you know what I'm talking about? And they still ain't threw that motherfucker over there. I ain't the person to keep on knocking on your door. I just, like once I asked you and you didn't do it, I just figured that, you was kind of hot about this dog keep running through your motherfucking yard. I be trying, you know what I'm talking about? But she ain't went over there and tore nothing up. But I just went out there, man. They threw my shit back. And down like 2 weeks after I asked them. I just figured I took it. They didn't get to it. You know what I'm talking about? But I ain't that person. Once I ask you something, I ain't gonna come back and ask you again. I ain't gonna keep on asking you. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just gonna take it as a, you know what I'm talking about? I'm just gonna take it as that. I ain't bullshitting with you. Hold on, let me go get this. You feel me? That motherfucker got way too frisky. That motherfucker just loves to jump in the garbage. But yeah, man, they threw that motherfucking collar back this morning. You know what I'm talking about? That was a good thing. But yeah, man, social shame. Saturday it is, folks. And looking at the damn argument yesterday, I'm sitting here, bro, like, what the fuck? Oh shit, y'all, hold on. Man, I hope I can save us real quick, y'all. That's what I was supposed to do, fucking with Penny, man. I hope I can save us. I hope that saved us right there, bruh. You feel me? We was finna fade out, man. I forgot my battery was low as shit. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee crumble. Yeah, man. And where I was at? I know I was at the social shame. Oh, the thing. When I walked out there and I heard it, bro, because I told you I've been in the exact same motherfucking situation, folks. And I just knew how bruh felt. You know what I'm talking about? I knew how bruh felt. You feel me? You sitting right there, you really being a player, and like as people we don't get that, bruh. We walk around this motherfucker like somebody has. You get what I'm saying? Like it's your obligation to help me. You get what I'm saying? Or it's your obligation. Like we act like that. Like you just supposed to do something for us, folks. We crazy as shit with that. And I knew how bruh felt because like you been to fucked around just like I said. You been to let somebody come move with you, right? Just say you let somebody come move with you. You didn't all right. Now say oh, I'm gonna give you a good one. Not just you. Now say you got about 3 kids. You know what I'm talking about, and another motherfucker. So you ain't just moving yourself into somebody's shit. You get what I'm saying? You come in with what I say, 3 kids and another motherfucker. So you coming with 4 people up in these people's shit. So they ain't even got to deal with you. They got to deal with 4 other motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about? And you and these people's shit. And what people do and what we good for do as people, if somebody like, you know what I'm talking about, Mikasa, Sukasa, however you say that shit, man, somebody give you a break, Brett, and you will fuck around and sit there. and be a detriment to them people. Now, I ain't talking about you done moved up in there, man, and you done did what you said you gonna do, and you just done moved in with some hateful people, and they always just fucking with you, because I done seen that too. I done seen motherfuckers move somewhere, bro, and the motherfucker just fucking with them because they on that, because this is one thing for certain. If you ever move with somebody, bro, I told you this a few weeks ago, you gonna learn what the definition of somebody's shit is, bro. You know what I'm talking about? That's one thing you gonna get a good understanding with before you leave up out of there. You gonna get a good understanding of what somebody else shit is. Never try to put yourself in that predicament right there, bro. Because that's when you at a motherfucker's mercy. It has to be a real, and I mean a real partner, bro. You know what I'm talking about? For you to be able to, or just a real person, not partner. You get what I'm saying? But it's gonna take a special kind of motherfucker, bro, that you're not gonna have no problems with. But if you ever do come to that, the best thing you can ever do, bro, is to work the fastest you can to get yourself together, bro. To just give yourself your own space and give them people back their peace. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, so you move yourself up in there, and now the person, they didn't help you. And you sitting there steadily, now they might have told you something, I don't know, you need to, I'm going to help you just find you a job and stack you some money or something, or you know what I mean? They might have even told you, give me $25 or $75. But somehow, you been and got $1,000 and not even gave them people $50 or $75. Not like they just said give them $25, $75, and you was only able to come across $25 and $75. Because you know if you owe somebody $50, nigga, and you just come across $50, you know in your own mind, that ain't even enough to be paying now. It takes a special person to just get a last and be debt-free. But as regular people, if you owe the motherfucker $50 and you came across $50, it's a good chance them people you owe ain't getting that. There's a good chance them people you owe they ain't getting that. Because the thought never crossed your mind to go broke to be debt free. Well, you gonna need that. You finna go get some chips right now. You know what I'm talking about? Nephew says old man, old lady. Fire pop. Nephew says old man, old lady. Hey, what you say, bro? Old lady. You know what I'm talking about? Social shame Saturday, folks. And that's how this should be, man. But just the audacity of a motherfucker. When you dead wrong, bruh, a motherfucker rebuttal was a shaming tactic. And that shit sound crazy as a motherfucker. That's the same thing, bro. You ungrateful motherfucker. And I don't think we see what we be ungrateful at. Because in our head, we ain't never ungrateful. In our head, either somebody's supposed to do more for us or they ain't did enough. You know what I'm talking about? And as that type of minded person, that's the way you thinking. Either this person ain't did enough for you or they supposed to do more. You know what I'm talking about? It's either one or the two. There's no in between when you think that kind of way. But for a motherfucker to sit here and try to shame you like, oh, because I used to see motherfuckers do that to like they mama or they daddy and shit, kids, right? I used to see grown kids get grown. Now they mama or they daddy done took care of them, you know what I'm talking about? These motherfuckers grown, they out the house, they living on their own shit, right? And cause you know how motherfuckers a lot of motherfuckers don't even be dating and all that shit when they like, especially if like you a single father or a single mama. I know some motherfuckers who really don't even they was just concentrating on taking care of them kids, bro. You get what I'm saying? Then when the kids got old enough and they felt like they did their job and shit, they hit the scene. You know what I'm talking about? But for them years they had the kids, they really wasn't tripping on nothing like that. What I have seen my whole life, I'm not bullshitting with you, is when the kids grow up, get grown and shit, have their own lives, they got kids and shit now. They always go back to the daddy or the mama, cause like now the daddy or the mama, they out there, they living life again. They got them a little girlfriend or boyfriend, you know what I'm talking about? They got them a little partner. And I've always seen the kids try to put the guilt trip on the parent, talking about, oh, you doing more for that bitch, or you doing more for that nigga. And I never understood that. You know what I'm talking about? I never understood that. Now, Even though that might be an excuse. That might be a valid point if you were still a kid. Like you were still up under them people's household or something. You might have a valid point then, you feel what I'm saying? Even though a lot of times you don't. You just be on some little kid jealous shit. You know what I'm talking about? Mama showing her boyfriend more attention than she's showing me. Y'all be on some shit like that. But you might have a valid point then, right? But there is no way. After you grown, that you should be trying to put that guilt trip on your mama or your daddy, folks. And I've seen that with the kids and the parents. I done seen that more than I done seen anything else, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? After the kids get grown though. And they the kids ain't gonna never tell you. And in the process of them being grown, mama and daddy didn't help them do that. Like the spot you be having, mama and daddy didn't help you get that. Mama and daddy didn't help you get a car. Mama and daddy didn't help you really get your little life together. You know what I'm talking about? Mama and daddy did a bunch of shit for you that didn't get did for mama and daddy, because wasn't nobody helping mama and daddy move into no apartment and all that shit. Mama and daddy was out there on concrete. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to get that shit up off the ground. Mama and daddy and them was in motel rooms weekly. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to do hella shit. You know what I'm talking about? So despite, even though mama and daddy still helping your grown ass, the moment you don't get something, you throw a motherfucking fit. Kids crazy as a motherfucker, bro. But I've seen them social shame. And the kids, they wicked with that shit. Taking that shit to the social media sites. Oh, the kids wicked with that shit. Kids gonna let you know how they feel on Facebook. I ain't bullshitting with you. Yeah, the kids wicked with that shit. They'll go try to air your ass out hella quick. Social shame Saturday, man. Yeah, the kids will try to put a guilt trip on you hella quick. Kids, something straight out of comic book. I ain't bullshitting with you. They up in there too. But listen, man, this is why I always tell you, just to be responsible for yourself, people. Because once you grown, bro, we just keeping it real. There is nobody else's job to watch you. You know what I'm talking about? You got you from that point on. You know what I'm talking about? And it's just crazy to me on this social shame Saturday how we network and operate amongst the people with that guilt trip. Like a motherfucker don't, oh man, you don't want to give me no money. You gave them some money every time. What does that have to do with anything, bro? I ain't got nothing for you right now, bro. You could, nigga, you could name everybody I gave some money, bro. I'm not giving you any. So why do I have to debate about something that I'm not finna do? Why do we have to sit here and go back and forth like I owe you something? You know what I'm talking about? I don't get that. Where do y'all even pull that argument from? You did this, but you won't do that. Where does that argument even come from, bro? Because I'm sure your parents could switch that shit around and say the same thing to you, folks. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, y'all wasn't thinking about me when y'all was over there at the hookah lounge. You didn't come give me $25, $40 when you was over there with that with the nigga or the bitch when y'all was taking vacations. What if your parents turned around and took the same stance point against you, folks? Oh, you need me to come get your car out of tow, but you ain't even gave me a ride in your new ride. You know what I'm talking about? Even though I done co-signed for this motherfucker, I ain't rolled in this motherfucker yet. You didn't say, hey, Pops, hey, Moms, you gonna come bend the block with me real quick. You hurried up and dropped us off straight from the dealership. You know what I'm talking about? And went on over there and party with your friends. I said drop us off, but we ain't been in that motherfucker. As soon as we co-signed, you was gone. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I meant by dropped us off at the dealership. Yeah, you dropped us off at the dealership, man. Your parents ain't never been inside your new ride. They didn't co-sign for. You ain't even take them on the test drive. They co-signed for that motherfucker. You burned rubber up off the lot, didn't you? And that new Charger Challenger you over there and ooh, you clean, ain't you? You know what I'm talking about? You couldn't even got that motherfucker without mama papa, could you? You know what I'm talking about? Because your name don't hold no weight right now. You way too young. You ain't established nothing in this world, have you? Y'all something straight out of comic book, bruh. Straight out of comic book. And that's what I be telling y'all about the behaviors of people. Because they have just trained us folks. We big ass kids. Niggas act like bitches. But for the most part, folks, they have trained you to be like users. They have trained you to have nothing to your character, bruh. They trained you to come around the situation and just take from the situation with never put nothing back in the situation, bruh. That's why shit is off balance and just don't go right no more. You know what I'm talking about? That's why shit always unbalanced, bruh. Because you're gonna have a group of people that's solid, maybe, and they really with the shit, so they the ones pouring into the shit. And you gonna have the other motherfuckers though, like, man, please. So all this shit that's being poured into it is being taken out some by the other motherfuckers, bruh. That's why this shit be uneven. You know what I'm talking about? It's the people. Social Shame Saturday, folks. And we cold with that shit. We got a cold entitlement. We got a cold way with thinking that you supposed to do something for us. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles. Y'all hold on, I gotta warm him up. You know we can't have the cold coffee. Be careful with this thing right here, man. You know how many days, man, on this thing I done did about a hour video, and then hit the wrong button on this motherfucker, and then I had to start my video all over, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Would you be able to do that off the head? I don't know. I'm just telling you what bro could do. Social Shame Saturday, folks. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna say breast and whiskers when you're on TV. And the social shame is it's the new thing, bruh. It's just a cold sense of entitlement. Cause we heavy on in this motherfucking world, folks. We heavy on seeing what the fuck you supposed to do for us, seeing how you supposed to treat us. Now, what we not heavy on is giving the fuck what we supposed to do for you or how we treat you. And that's the most backward shit that I've seen in a while, folks. It's like it's that sense of entitlement though. Like I'm gonna come around here disrespect you, but you better respect me. I'm gonna come around here, bro. Like everything I want from you, I'm not willing to give. You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you, that's how we get uneven. But living in the day, oh, it get to me because like I said, I was doing my thing, and the shit came up on TikTok. On and that shit just reminded me of the shit that the bitch said. You know what I'm talking about? When she was talking about all the shit you done did with somebody else. But it's a motherfucking I guess it's a trend where these bitches is getting fired from being on TikTok and shit on their job and shit. But it was funny to me, bro. It wasn't funny, but the part that was just mind boggling is the bitches explaining when they got fired. They trying to shame the job, folks. That's how I got the social shame. You know, I don't know if y'all be reading them contracts and shit when you get hired, but if you go over that shit be just like a lease sometimes. When you just be, y'all don't be giving a fuck. Once you get the job, you just sign that motherfucker. If you'll read half that shit, bro, it's like, nigga, they got an insurance policy on your motherfucking ass on some of them motherfuckers, blood. You know what I'm talking about? Once you sign that motherfucking nigga, y'all better start reading shit. But if you looking at shit, bro, a lot of that shit says in bold and white, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Don't be up in this motherfucker on no social media devices. Not even that, bro. Don't even be on your motherfucking social media while you working for this company out of pocket. But somehow you done ignored all that shit. And you steadily up there, you know what I'm talking about? You in the hospital. You pushing patients and shit, trying to show that you thick and some scrubs and shit. You sitting right here putting people's privacy in jeopardy and some more shit about your TikTok or your short. While you trying to show people your shape. You know what I'm talking about? But when the bitches is getting fired and shit, they sitting up there trying to shame the job, bruh. Like, can you believe they fired me over, I'm an influencer, and woo, 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 woo. All these years I done gave these companies, I don't even take lunch breaks. And you know what I'm talking about? They saying all this shit trying to save the company. I was the only one holding stuff together around here. And now that I'm gone, I don't know what you're going to do. Like, y'all something straight out of comic book, folks. And this is what I mean. If you know them people don't like that shit, What's so hard about waiting 8 hours or 10? Like, what's so hard? Why? What's so important about this motherfucking thing right here that you can't separate that shit from your real life? You know what I'm talking about? And then you take no accountability. It's their fault because really, even though them people you done signed the contract and them people said they don't like that shit because them people got a motherfucking image to uphold. And they don't need your raggedy ass around here twerking on Facebook and shit while you representing their company. You know what I'm talking about? That's what the people told you in the contract. But then I don't understand how, because this is the whole meat and bones of this shit right here. You as a motherfucker can't be responsible for yourself. So you always trying to talk people into what the fuck you want to do because you don't got no discipline. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't got no behave about yourself. So fuck what these people told you to do. Fuck what you really got going on in the real world. These people better respect your motherfucking game because you should be able to do what the fuck you want to do, even though it ain't your company. Coffee Chronicles. Then when you put yourself in jeopardy, because it says plain day, bro, we don't accept that at this company. But instead of you respecting what them people done told you, you done put it on the world now. Now people are hating on you and they calling up to your job and everybody hating and man, we got that shit bad. Called entitlement, folks. When the bottom line is we just don't know how to behave. Social shame. Social shame, and that shit go a million ways, folks. Because on the social shame right here, bruh, one thing we do to ourselves, we way too comfortable. We're coming up here and trying to tell the world all our business. We way too comfortable with that shit, folks. Way too comfortable. You know what I'm talking about? So we come up here with no shame, social shame Saturday, and we'll just say anything. We'll say everything we do. We be up here teasing each other, talking about eating booty, and you know how y'all go back and forth with each other. You gave me a STD, and like you just know how we go back and forth with each other in the public. You know what I'm talking about? But what's the point? Social shame Saturday. They didn't put it in your mind, bro. The more like bullshit that's going on, and they put it in your mind. This is what people want to see. They want to see all this confusion, all this conflict. You know what I'm talking about? Who burned who cheating on who, and in your mind, that's thrilling. You know what I'm talking about? Social shame Saturday. Coffee Chronicles. But they have made you a fucked up person. They have turned you into a person who's not responsible for yourself. So you walk around this motherfucker and you see what everybody should do or what everybody's supposed to do when it comes to you. But somehow you can't see how to behave. The way you look at the world, nothing in the way you look at the world is there a way up in there for you to behave. Because you can walk around this motherfucker and do whatever the fuck you want to do. You get what I'm saying? It's everybody else that better respect what the fuck you doing. I guess you alpha. I don't know. But it's crazy. How we I told you this the other day, folks. The most fucked up, not the most, to me. One of the most fucked up things in this world is we get to cry now about self-inflicted wounds. We get to I just read some shit. Damn what that shit said. It was some gang, man, in a short sentence. That motherfucker said, like a mistake made more than once is a choice or some shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? On some real shit, bro. As simple as that. If a motherfucker keep doing some shit, bro, that's a choice. You know what I'm talking about? That ain't no mistake no more. You get what I'm saying? It ain't. I just read that shit. I was some cold game in a short sentence. Because it's like just life, folks. And we live in the days of the I'm sorry, but my bad. You know what I'm talking about? And that's accountability. I guess that's owning up to it. My bad. You know what I'm talking about? So I can keep busting you in the head with this big ass Billy Club. My bad, bruh. I got you again. My bad, bruh. We did. You know what I'm talking about? That's the equivalent to that. Nigga, something straight out of comic book, man. Social shame. And once again, because we don't give a fuck about what we do. Now, what we do care about is how the rest of the world perceives it. You know what I'm talking about? But we going to keep on doing this shit. It just depends on how you look at it, whether I'm going to be ashamed of it or not. Y'all something straight out of comic book, folks. And I know we do this now, but I ain't never, I'm telling you, bro, my daddy made me responsible for myself, folks. I would never the motherfucker, folks, who, whatever the fuck I was finna do, bruh, I accepted the consequences before I moved. Even if I moved hella quick, be like, nigga go out here, bruh, nigga get fucked off, nigga go to jail. Yeah, come on. You know what I'm talking about? Hella quick. But I understood the consequences. You know what I'm talking about? Before I drove off. I ain't never been the one to drive off, then worry about the consequences later. You know what I'm talking about? That's why, man, y'all don't be listening to my rap. Y'all don't be listening to him. Never gave a fuck what happened after I done it. Watching bitches suck a real game after I run it. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles, man. But we don't do that no more. We move like there is no consequence. And what that does is have you doing a bunch of shit. It's just like being pregnant. It's like we put all the worry into being pregnant. We don't put none of that worry in before we get the fucking. We don't go over this. We just be wanting to fuck. Then when the motherfucker pop up pregnant, we act like that's the problem. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all something straight out of comic book, bruh. I ain't never understood that shit, folks. Since I was little, folks. You like, that was the one thing that stuck with me, bruh. Know what the fuck you doing. Like, I'm telling you, I just sit down and watch all them old gangster movies with my daddy and shit. I remember I felt sorry for G Money when Nino Brown smoked him. I remember telling my daddy, I said, man, I couldn't smoke my partner. My daddy looked at me and said, that's why you shouldn't get in no shit like that. Fuck me up. God damn, I'm sitting over there, you know what I'm talking about? Big old hard breath, you know what I'm talking about? Feeling sorry for the nigga who done smoked his partner, man. I felt sorry for G Money, man, sitting on his knees crying to his partner, man, you know what I'm talking about? His partner looked at him and knocked him down with a 38 special. I'm like, man, that's ruthless, man. You know what I'm talking about? I couldn't smoke my partner. That nigga looked me in my, he said, that's why you should never be a part of no shit like that then. You know what I'm talking about? Jules. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshitting with you. I ain't bullshitting with you. On some real shit. I ain't never left, nigga, not knowing what was the consequences. Not ready for that shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's why sometimes what my daddy always told me too, bro, like the reward gotta outweigh the risk. But sometimes it don't. That risk outweigh the reward. But in them times right there, that's when you gonna know what you made of. Is you still gonna go? You know what I'm talking about? It get like that sometimes, brothers and sisters. Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. It get like that sometimes, y'all. But social shame Saturday, folks. Uh, we come into a day where there is no accountability. You're not responsible for yourself. Not only is that if it gets to the part of the social shame where everybody ain't on your side, you'll bust 4 more fake moves to try to get everybody to not think it was you. Coffee Chronicles. And it's called when you operate with no class and all that shit. You ain't got no shame about the shit you do. It only bothers you when if somebody look at what you did wrong. You ain't looked at what you did wrong. Coffee Chronicles. I'm telling you, we living in that day where you could choke an old lady out. Lady about 98 years old, you could choke her out. And if everybody cheered you on for it, you wouldn't even feel bad. You'll only feel bad if they start teasing you about it. Man, why you bothering that old lady? That was some sucker shit, nigga. That's the only time you'll feel bad. But if everybody cheered it on, you'll act like you did something noble. Nigga, something straight out of comic book, folks. I ain't bullshitting with you. This is one of them long videos. Social Shame Saturday. You know what I'm talking about? We living in the day where you could do a motherfucker a favor, and just because they don't want to, they want to continue to be them. They don't have to change because you helped another motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? And I guess the other motherfucker you helped didn't have to change, even though it wasn't nothing wrong with them. But I'm gonna come put that guilt trip on you, even though I was helping you at first. Now you gonna tell me what? Don't nobody owe you nothing, bruh. You owe yourself shit, and that's what's crazy. Y'all don't even want to pay y'all self. Coffee Chronicles. Y'all don't even want to pay y'all self. You owe yourself, folks. You know what I'm talking about? And nigga, if you running around here and you raggedy, you running around here, you scandalous, you treacherous, you doing all this shit, bruh, that's what you is. You can't get mad when somebody recognize what they looking at. You know what I'm talking about? And y'all get on my nerves with that shit. You a thief, you steal. I said, man, ain't nobody fucking with your stealing ass. Now all of a sudden, somehow I done disrespected you. Even though this house we in right now, you got something in your pocket from up out of here. But when I said, oh man, I'm cool, you steal. Somehow I've offended you. Nigga, something straight out of comic book, bruh. And that's how we unbalance, bruh. It's a whole bunch of ways we unbalance, bruh. But that shit threw up in there too, man. Cause y'all want to be recognized as, you know how now there is no more. That's why I like the real, not like the real nigga, the street nigga, just like the solid person is damn near extinct. Cause y'all get celebrated for fuckery. You get what I'm saying? So now y'all done replaced the solid shit with fuckery shit. So now in this day right here, all that gossiping, acting like a bitch and all that old bullshit, that's what's considered solid. Cause all you gotta do is be popular. That's what's considered solid now. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all something straight out of comic book. And that's why y'all walk around here with your conduct all off balance. I ain't bullshitting with you. Yeah, I ain't bullshitting with you. Social Shame Saturday. Because we out of pocket with that shit. But until we realize we out of pocket with that shit, we gonna continue being out of pocket with that shit. You know what I'm talking about? On some real shit. But we live on a cold sense of entitlement. We got more people running around that's just wanting shit that's not willing. You want some shit that you're not even willing to give. You get what I'm saying? That's what you want. You want somebody to be loyal to you while you fake. You know what I'm talking about? You want somebody to tell you the truth while you lying. You want somebody to respect you while you being disrespectful. You know what I'm talking about? And then you'll be disrespectful to somebody, and if they get disrespectful with you back, you gonna talk about how they being disrespectful to you. You gonna jump over the part where you were disrespectful at. You gonna act like that never happened because you. Y'all something straight out of comic book, folks. Keep it real. I'm surprised more people ain't got hurt. I don't promote no violence. But y'all just play too much. Y'all play to the extent where it's annoying. On some real shit. On some real shit, it's just annoying. And we gonna go back and forth, then we gonna blame it on the internet. We just gonna keep on coming up here and saying it's some internet shit. It really ain't. That's just some shit you do on the internet. But what do I know? Only you could prevent forest fires, man. And with that one right there, if you don't remember nothing else, always remember, it don't cost nothing Just to show a little bit of that love.